Hey friends, and happy new moon. I'm Jada, your spiritual friend, and welcome to your weekly reading. Right now, we are feeling the effects of the new moon in Pisces, which enamors us with a dreamy energy, giving us the vision to see our real, inspired selves and our aspirations in order to use our creative energy to manifest and bring our desires into fruition. With this energy, one thing we want to make sure we are careful of is taking on other people's problems or burdens. Now, this does not mean that we cannot give and receive help when need be. No, this simply means that we have to set proper boundaries when it comes to constantly observing people's negative energy, speech, or behaviors. Some of us have the problem of taking on an issue that has nothing to do with us and wearing it, never taking it off. Whether it's a story in the news or a problem a friend may be having on their own, we must remember to set boundaries with the things we ingest and preserve enough energy for our own tasks and commitments at hand before emptying our cups to those who lack the capacity to replenish them. So let's see the message that Spirit has for us this week. Let's see the message that Spirit has for us this week. What is the affirmation of the week? Okay. And the affirmation is for the root chakra. The affirmation reads, I feel comfortable in my own body and I'm sensitive to other people's feelings. When we are grounded and our root chakra is unblocked, that means that we are balanced. Making sure that we are able to be sensitive to other people's feelings does not mean that we are engrossed in other people's feelings. Making sure that our root chakra is unblocked means that we have to take care of our own needs first before then taking care of the needs of others. If you are constantly taking on what someone else has going on, when are you going to have enough time to work on the things that are for you? When are you going to have enough time to build what is for you? To start building that foundation so that you can then grow what it is that you want to grow and cultivate. So making sure that we are connected with our root chakra, making sure that we are grounded in the foundation of who we are. This means focusing on doing things that are taking care of us, connecting with different stones that enable us to be grounded in that root chakra. Jasper, okay? Bringing that around us and using this energy that will allow us to tap into that Piscean energy, okay? Acting as that fish, all right? Being able to swim around what's for us and avoiding danger, okay? So sometimes taking on other people's issues can be dangerous because if we are never emptying, but we're constantly taking, we are then not able to do the things that are for us. And so it is so important to be grounded and rooted in who we are. I'm feeling comfortable in my own body and I am sensitive to other people's feelings. Comfortable in our own body. Before we allow someone else to be comfortable with us, we must be comfortable on our own. Okay? So the next card that came out is the Whale and Orca Elders. The interesting thing about this card is that the whale is actually my favorite animal. It's actually a mammal, okay, which means that it once walked on land. The whale has been here far longer than we can even imagine, okay? Its very presence affects the magnetic field on our earth, okay? What's going on in the ocean is something that was happening and occurring before our time. It's primordial, okay? So we can learn so much about the whale. It is able to deep dive and it is able to go beneath the surface, okay? To rest, to get the things that it needs, but it must come up for air, right? It cannot stay down for too long without coming up to replenish itself, okay, with that air. And so we must do the same thing. We must take on the same attitude, okay? When we are dealing with other people or engaging in things that are not really our true purpose, we must remember sometimes it is important to step back, okay? Go up for air and revisit what it is that's actually important to us. So the card actually says, Whale and Orca elders, share your song, frequency of sound, deep diving. The frequency of sound is also communication. Okay, expressing ourselves when we need to speak, expressing ourselves rather than holding things in and never letting them out. Okay, that is not being grounded. That is not being grounded, because how can you be sensitive to other people's feelings when you are not sensitive to your own? And so being sensitive to your own feelings means that you must express yourself with that sound energy. This is also a card of sharing your gifts. This is a card of not being afraid of the things that you possess, the gifts that you were given during this lifetime, to assist others, okay? But more so to assist yourself. Because if you are lacking, you cannot then give at your most optimal level. All right, so being grounded, making sure we recognize our magnanimous presence, okay? Just like that whale, the whale is large and it knows it is, all right? And it is magnificent. And we must know the frequency of our sound is also magnificent. So the music that we possess, the gifts that we possess within, we must make sure that as we are sharing them, we are also going up for air and replenishing them, so then we can run optimally and share ourselves fully, okay? Not just with other people, but with our goals, okay? With our dreams, with our desires. We are sharing ourselves in the way that is assisting us with being exactly who it is that we dream of being. Because as we see those dreams in our mind, all we have to do is work on materializing them, because if it exists in our minds, it exists to come into fruition, okay? And lastly, the last oracle card that came out is peace. This week and beyond, this energy of Pisces is an energy of peace. When you think about your dreams and your aspirations, doesn't it give you that warm and fuzzy feeling like, wow, that is exactly what I should be doing? So peace is what we seek. So this card actually came from the New Orleans Oracle deck by Fatima Mbaj, and I really like to read exactly what it says verbatim, because it's always, always, always on time. And it says, there are many times throughout our human experience when we make snap decisions from a superficial level, not even knowing our true desires. This card has come up in our reading because our underlying desire at this time is peace. Currently, there may be too many issues and thoughts swirling around in your life and mind, keeping you from being at peace. Now is the time to ask yourself what changes are within your power to make that can create a deeper sense of peace. To create a deeper connection with yourself at this time, to gain more clarity, it is recommended that you spend some time doing mind, body, spirit activities such as yoga or Tai Chi. It is also recommended that you spend some time in nature. No matter how small the gesture may seem to you, every little bit counts and it is a step closer toward your desire. And so as it talked about swirling thoughts going on in our mind, if we are not making sure that our thoughts are controlled, which means not ingesting those things that are going to keep us not feeling this feeling of peace, this feeling of Om, this feeling of the universe, this natural song that is truly within and without us of peace, we have to make sure that we are not ingesting anything that is taking away from this internal feeling, okay? Because our internal creates our external. So if anyone or anything is blocking you from truly, truly reaching your dreams, okay, from not only having your needs, but also having and then some, that thing does not need to be in our life. So choose you so that you can then share yourself with the world. Thank you so much for watching. That is your weekly reading. If you're interested in a reading of your own, my information is in the description box below. Again, I am Jada, your spiritual friend, and have a wonderful day.